Pressure differential systems. IceWay type compact pressurization unit, construction and use. The solutions of the SMI company, based on IceWay compact pressurization units, are applied in various types of buildings, but also in buildings where simultaneous evacuation is carried out, for example, in shopping malls. During this evacuation, pressure differential system has to respond dynamically to the changeable demands resulting from the actual stage of evacuation. In these such buildings, staircases are often located in the internal part of the building and may operate selected floors only. There can be other rooms above them, which is why it is impossible to install barometric overpressure dampers. At the same time, the system has to cope with the problem of great variations in airflow supplied to the staircase. During the realization of pressure criterion, the airflow is small, and during the evacuation, the required flow is even 10 times bigger, which poses a problem in the precise control of the system. In this case, a simple pressurization system may not fulfill its role because it is exposed to great variations in the conditions of operation, which may result in the oscillations of the system and, as a consequence, may endanger the evacuating people. For example, the oscillatory increase of pressure to 150 pascals will increase the required door opening force to 200 newtons, which will hinder its opening. The power necessary to open the door drops below the required level of 100 newtons, which may last from 10 to 20 seconds. The staircase will be cut off from the evacuating people. In order to preclude such a situation, the SMI company suggests the use of modular solutions based on IceWay compact pressurization units with extra fast-acting automatics based on predictive algorithms that identify the object of regulation. The units are small and light, which allows to install them in any place in or outside the building, both in a vertical or a horizontal position. The main components of the IceWay unit include an air supply fan, measuring board enabling continuous measurement of the actual airflow rate, shutoff damper, smoke detector, differential pressure sensor, frequency inverter with the fire mode function. Control is performed with a state-of-the-art controller provided by the Plume company. Constant monitoring of electrical circuits, supplemented with automatically performed periodical functionality tests, confirms continuous standby mode of the IceWay unit. During these tests, the shutoff damper opens and the fan operates at low frequencies for a few seconds, which confirms that the system is operative. The data acquired during such tests are recorded in the memory of the device, and the reports can be additionally printed. Tests are repeated every 24 hours. They take a few seconds and do not affect the regular business of people using the building. In order to ensure reliability of the device placed outside the building in all weather conditions, the IceWay units are equipped with an anti-frost system, which counteracts the freezing of the specifically structured shutoff dampers. Owing to this solution, the system can be activated when the ambient temperature drops below 12 degrees Celsius. If the device does not pass the 24-hour tests, the indicator will switch the panel on and the alarm message "General Failure" will be sent to the fire alarm system, which will enable a quick elimination of its cause. When fire breaks out and smoke activates smoke sensors, this information is transmitted to fire alarm control and indicating equipment, which switches IceWay unit on. Information about switching on IceWay unit is then transmitted to TSS board. If there is a fire in the building, the pressure differential system will be activated, producing set value of the overpressure inside the staircase, for example 50 pascals. After opening the door to the staircase, the pressure will drop, and as a result, the unit will increase the air supply rate. Owing to the use of fast-acting adaptive automatics, the unit immediately adjusts its capacity to the actual requirements resulting from evacuation stage. The reliability and efficiency of the iSway devices are attested by the technical approval and the certificate of conformity. The advantages of the iSway units. Both dynamic and hydraulic properties have been confirmed in the research carried out by the laboratory of the Institute of Industrial Aerodynamics, IFL, in Aachen, Germany. Dynamic behavior test cycle. Functionality test, 20 full cycles of opening and closing of doors. Reliability test, repeated 10,000 times. Durability test, 20 full cycles of opening and closing of doors. Resonance test, 10 individual series of tests, 20 cycles each, all of them with open and closed air release opening. Dynamic behavior test, 20 cycles of dynamic behavior. Automatic continuous monitoring and control of overpressure value in the protected space, combined with constant airflow rate measurement, enables the verification of proper operation of the device during periodical tests, without the need to perform additional manual measurements. Simple method of documentation of periodical tests in the form of automatically printed test reports. Anti-frost system. Electrical circuits, such as a frequency inverter, a power cabinet, differential pressure sensors, controllers, a control signal board, and a control panel, have been tested by the Laboratory of Fire Detection, Alarm, Fire Automatics, and Electrical Installations of the Building Research Institute, ITB, Warsaw, in the following areas. Classification class. Resistance to cold. Resistance to humid, permanent heat. Resistance to dry heat. Impact strength. Resistance to sinusoidal vibrations. Resistance to humid, permanent heat. Resistance to sinusoidal vibrations. Resistance to SO2 corrosion. Water resistance. Protection against solids. Resistance to changes in power supply voltage. Resistance to voltage drops and short breaks in the power supply. Resistance to electrostatic discharges. Resistance to electromagnetic field interaction. Resistance to conducted interference induced by electromagnetic fields. Resistance to series of quick electric transitory states. Resistance to slow, high-energy voltage surges.